Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, we will talk about the topic My Family for the B1 exam. So in this video, we will discuss why do we choose this topic. We will also choose the subtopics for the topic. We will discuss some common questions and answers, and lastly some things to keep in mind. So first, let's talk about why would you choose the topic My Family. It is very easy and simple. Everybody can understand it and everyone can answer simple questions about their own family. You don't need any extra preparation as you might need for some other topics because this is all about your own family and you don't need to learn about your own family. It also has a variety of questions, so the examiner can choose from a lot of different questions. He can ask you about your wife or husband, he can ask you about your kids, your parents, your family house, your family activities, and a lot of different things. And lastly, it is relatable, meaning it can be applied to anyone and everyone. So it doesn't matter who you are, you can use this topic for your B1 test. And also it is very easy to ask questions about this topic from the examiner. So during the conversation, if you want to ask him a question, it is very easy to do with this topic. Now let's choose the subtopics for this topic. So this is a topics form and you will write the main title of the topic, in this case My Family, in the centered box. In the other 5 boxes, we will write the subtopics. These are my children, my family house, my husband or wife, family activities, and my parents. You can change them if you want to. For this example, I've chosen these 5 subtopics and we will discuss common questions and answers for each of the subtopics. Now let's talk about the common questions. Initially, the examiner will definitely ask you simple questions like hi, how are you, can I take your ID, what's your name, things like that. You can easily answer those by saying I'm fine or I'm good, how are you, and you can give him your ID. For this topic, the first question that he will ask you will probably be, tell me a little bit about your family, where you can give a brief introduction about your own family. You can say something like, I come from a small family living in a particular country like India. There are a total of 7 members in my family and we live in a small house all together. Next, he might ask you, are you married or single? In this case, you can answer according to your own situation. You can say I'm married, or if you're single, you can say I'm single. If you are married, then the examiner might ask, do you have any kids? And you can answer it easily by saying, yes, I have 2 kids, or yes, I have a boy. Or if you don't have any kids, you can just say, I don't have any kids. If you do mention you have some kids, then the examiner will definitely ask you questions about those kids. So he might ask, what are their names? You can mention their names. How old are they? You can mention their age. If they're studying, he may also ask, what grade are they in, or what school do they go? In any of these 5 subtopics, the examiner can definitely elaborate on any detail that he wants. So in this case, he can further ask questions about your kids. He may ask questions about your parents, about your job, about your partner, about your house. So he can go into detail with anything he wants. But it is very easy and simple to answer, so you should have no problem answering them. Next, the examiner may ask, where is your family house? And you can mention that our family house is in a particular area of your country, whichever country you're from. Next, he may ask, how many members are there in your family? And you can mention those if you haven't mentioned them previously. Do you all live together? Because in some countries, the families they split up after a certain age. But in other countries, like in Asian countries, the whole family stays together. So he may ask you about your situation and you can answer it according to your own preference or situation. You can say, yes, we all live together. Or you can say, no, I live separately from my parents. How big is the house? The examiner can definitely ask you questions about your house. He may ask, how big is the house? How many rooms are there? How many bedrooms are there? Is it a single floor house or are there multiple floors? And you can answer those very easily. Next, he may ask about the area surrounding the house. So he may ask, how is the neighborhood? And you can say it is a lovely neighborhood with lots of grass and trees and beautiful streets. Next, he may ask, how is the weather in that area? And you can say that generally the weather is very fine and sunny and bright. Lastly, the examiner might ask any random question like, what type of houses do you like? Or what thing do you like about your neighborhood? Or any particular thing. And you can say, I like old houses, or I like modern houses, or I like very big and very open houses, whatever type of house you prefer. Next, he may ask, if you are married, he may ask, how long have you been married? And you can mention the duration, like for example, I've been married for over 2 years. He may ask about your partner, what is your partner's name? You can mention their name. What does he or she do? If they do a job, you can mention the job, or if they don't do a job, you can just mention they just do household tasks. What type of job does he or she have? If you mention a job and don't explain it, the examiner might want further explanation. Next, he may ask, what do you guys do in your free time? And you can mention any free time or leisure activities that you guys do. So if you guys go on a walk, or you guys play a game, or watch some TV show, you can mention anything like that. What family activities do you guys do? So what other activities you guys do with your family? This could be having a family dinner, playing with your kids, or just having small talks with the family at the dinner table. Do you like going out with the family? So if you do like to go out with your family and you like to go to picnic or go to the park or go to the beach, you can mention that here. Next, he may ask about your parents. Do your parents live with you? And as I said previously, the situation is different for various people. So you can answer it according to your own situation. You can say yes, all of us live together. Then he may ask how old are they? You can mention their age. What activities do they like doing? You can mention my grandpa or my father or my dad. He likes to read the newspaper in the morning with a cup of coffee, and my mom or my grandma, she likes to water the plants or any other activities that they like to do. Next, the examiner may ask some simple questions that are off topic. These questions are common across all the different topics. So he may ask, how is the weather today? And you can mention the weather. How was the weather yesterday? And you can mention the weather the day before the test. Or he may ask, what is your routine, or what do you do in the morning? Or any other question about your daily life. And you can easily answer any of those questions. Now let's talk about some things to keep in mind. First of all, just keep in mind that it is just a language test. All of these questions are just to check your English language skills. Secondly, you should try to engage the examiner. As I mentioned previously, this topic is very relatable and you can at any point in the conversation ask examiner a question. So if he asks you about your kids, you can ask him about his kids. If he asks you about your house or your family or your neighborhood, you can ask him the same exact question. Next, don't be hesitant to ask for help. The examiner is there to help you, and if you do get nervous or you get confused or you don't understand a question, you can simply ask him to explain it. And lastly, just keep in mind that these are just the common questions that you might be asked. These are not all the possible questions, so you should definitely keep that in mind and be open to any other question that the examiner asks. That's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, make sure to leave a comment down below and I'll try my best to answer you. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a like and subscribe for more. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching.